Hi, in this video I will show you how to configure the HVAC modules. When you complete your installations, you should have a one DLP unit as well as one air conditioning modules. The air conditioning modules, as you can see, when I scan my networks, it shows me here, it will scan all my devices. So this is my network, all my devices in the same network. Here we can see there is a HVAC modules, the numbers is 155, as well as I have a DLP here, it's called master DLP. Let's see in master bedroom. Let's go for HVAC. When you complete your wiring installations and all, you just come, you start doing the configurations. The configuration is very simple. Each modules of each deal, it has a broadcast buttons. In that broadcast buttons, you just keep pressing for a while, like 4 seconds, and using this modify address long press the buttons, it's mentioned here, you can press on that broadcast buttons and the numbers of HVAC modules will come over here, just to show you that this is the modules, the right one you are configuring. Because when you pair the DLP and air conditioning modules, it has to be on the same room. So make sure to press the broadcast buttons to know which air conditionings you are willing to program, to start program. So example, this one is in our master bedroom, and this DLP as well in the master bedroom. So I want to pair these two devices to work together. The DLP as a thermostat and air conditioning as a controller. So when you complete your installations, you go through the HVAC module. HVAC modules, you can see the part numbers here, SBDN HVAC, Smart Bus, Dinner Rail HVAC. The subnet ID is 1, device ID is 55 example. We can change this device ID if we would like to change. We can also put some remark here like master bedroom AC. It's a matter of labeling in case tomorrow or later on you come to scan your networks. Later on you can be able to define, it's a matter of just as a labeling. It's better to keep always labeling here, easy for you to access and easy for you to keep the other engineers to follow whatever you have done. So we put the master bedrooms here AC as a tag. Here we can change the address if you would like to change the subnet ID and device ID as well. We go to the second page here, is called setting. In the setting, it's very simple. Here we have device ID, it's 155, the modules we are working in. If you have many HVAC, you can still browse it from here. You have a list of HVAC module. Testing command, the testing command, when you complete your installations and you want to make sure that everything is working, you can go here and select whatever, cooling, heating or fan, and you can select also the speed, high or low or whatever, and you can press test. When you press test, it will send the commands to your HVAC modules to run the AC in cool and the fan on a medium. This always we do as a just a testing to make sure that your wire and are correct with the HVAC engineers or the commissioning person. You always make sure to give him all the speeds, medium, high and low, to double check your connection is done properly. When you press test, of course now my AC is turned on in cooling and it's running on a medium speed. You can see here there is air conditioning delay. The delay we use it, normally we use this delay for a startup and also the compressor switch off delay. What I mean by compressor startup delay and compressor switch off delay, example, when someone switch on the DLP or switch on the AC, example from the DLP, it will take 4 seconds to run up. To take these commands, it take 4 seconds. Why we use this 4 seconds? It's a matter of protections, because when someone turn on and turn off, it may damage your compressor at the same time. That's why we keep some delay. When you press, you may wait for a 4 seconds to turn on, and if you press on and off, so nothing will be done. After 4 seconds, the AC will turn on. As well as here, when you turn off, it will take 2 seconds to turn off. You may change your mind and you don't want to turn it off, it just by mistake you press. So the compressor will not be affected by on off commands. So we always keep it at 3 or 4 seconds. Here you can put a minute and here you can use a second. So we always keep just a second because people cannot wait for 2 minutes to run the AC. This is also the fan startup delay and the fan switch off delay, as well as we can put also some protections here, like a 3 second, to protect our fan from any trips or something. So people are keep playing on the switch in case you have some guest or whatever, he keep playing with the switch, so at least you have some small protections. Well, whatever you change here, always you keep pressing save on this on these options. Here we have the VIV fan voltage setting. The VIV, as you can see down in the HVAC modules, we have a VIV 0 to 10 connections. The 1 to 10 connections, we use it always to keep the VIV open from 0 to 100 in separate or in, let's see, a 3 speed or 3 variable speed. We have low, medium and high, as well as you can see here we have 1 volt, 4 volt and 9 volt. So 9 volt means the VIV will open, the shutter will open for 90%, 4 it will open 40%, 1 will open just 10%. So usually we use 3% or 3 volts, sorry, 30%, 6%, 60%, 90% or 100% means 10 volt. So this is based on your CFM calculations of the rooms, the size of the rooms, and the AC, because the VIV normally used to split the airflow in separate rooms or separate areas. Mainly use it for offices and all. So in case you have a VIV, you can select the voltage of the opening of the shutters based on the CFM and the airflow. This is just the airflow control. As here, when you finish, always save. As you see here, we have some options called AC mode configurations. The AC mode configurations, as you can see in the HVAC modules, we have 3 output. The 3 output, you can configure it as cool 1, cool 2, and the heat. As you can see here, we have cool 1, cool, and heat as well. Switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, because it's built-in 3 relay. As you can see here, if you have 2-stage machine, you can use the 2 switch 1 and switch 2, stage 1 and stage 2 as a switch 2. And if you have a heat as well, so you can use the switch 3 for a heating. If you have only single stage, you can use only these 2 functions. Here you can use the heat, and you can configure this too. This is normally, we configure this if we have let's see, example, if you run your AC on auto mode, we always keep the machine take a rest for 5 to 10 minutes in a cycle, in a sequence. So what we can do, we always configure here some particular times, like 45 minutes, so the AC will run for 45 minutes, and he again step off, it will turn off for a 5 minutes, again will run for a 45 minutes, and it will turn off for a 5 minutes. This is, we do this cycle unless only if you are using auto. If you select your speed of fan or your speed or the modes, you will always go normal, but only if you use auto, means speed and as well as the modes, you put it auto on the DLP, it will run in a sequence based on these configurations. We recommend to have 45 minutes the first, 5 minutes, 45 and 5, so you just always give the compressor 5 minutes of rest, just for matter of protection as well. This is all what will be done, what we can do on AC modules, HVAC module. Very simple setting, very simple process as well. As well as here we can go to the DLP now to pair this air conditioning modules to the DLP. So our DLP, it's 1.8, so I can open it. You can see here we can put the label, master bed room DLP. We can save. You can have a look here. We are almost been changed to master bedroom DLP. This is the MAC address of the device. This is the backlight of the DLP. We can talk about in the other videos. You can see the other videos about the DLP. What is the meaning of backlight and LED, as well as we can change the address here. Let's go to the air conditioning page. Since DLP are having 7 pages, 4 for lightings, security and all, and we have 1 for air conditioning, 1 for music, and 1 for floor heating, as well as we can add a slave to it. And the air conditioning functions, as you can see here, we can have a basic information of the device. This is some basic informations about the device. It's a subnet ID 1, device ID 8. Here we have basic information of air conditioning as well. So here we can put the numbers of the HVAC module, 155. Now when you add 155 and you save this, it will always pair with that HVAC modules. Now they can work together as one controllers. As you can see here, we have some temperature adjust panel temperature sensors. We can calibrate the panel of the DLP panel temperature sensors. We can put -5, +4, +5, -5, and whatever. So we saved it. As well as here we have test and control sections. The test and control sections, as you can see, this is the AC power always on. If you off, you mean you disable it. We have lock the page or unlock the page. You can lock and unlock the page if you want. Here you can have some cool temperature set point, heat temperature set point as well. We have auto temperature, dry temperatures. All this setting, it's up to you. You can configure it based on your requirement. We have a fan speed and we have a modes here, and these options as well. We can test the modules. We can also send him, as you can see here, running mode status now, it's medium cool. It's a cool and the fan speed is medium. I can also keep it in cool and keep the speed as high. When I saved it now, it will change. Now it's a change to high cool. Just for also testing, you can double check that you are connected to the right HVAC modules, the right one. You can also see the actual temperatures of the room, 25 degrees. We have a second options here. It's called broadcast temperatures. The broadcast temperatures, we use it to broadcast the DLP temperatures to other modules like touchscreen, iPad, or to other DLP, to broadcast the temperatures to the logic modules. So the logic modules, when these temperatures of this room, it's this much, so close the curtains, do that. So we use this broadcast to get the information of the current temperatures of that rooms. So usually if you want to use it, or we can see in the advanced training. As you can see here in this areas, we have slave informations. What is meaning by slave informations? Example, if I have a kids room or child rooms and they have their own AC controllers, I can also slave their page of AC to be shown on my DLP, so I can have a right to control that room, to monitor that rooms, to see my child temperatures, control it from my master bedroom without going and disturb them and change. Even if they change, you can still be aware about temperatures in their rooms, the modes and everything. So here we can select one of the AC slave number 1. Let's see, we submit and we can put the DLP of that rooms. We can put the DLP numbers, device ID of that room, so we can pull all the informations to our DLP to monitors and all. So we can save it if we have some other DLP to pull the temperature from, so you just save it here. We have synchronous control. The synchronous control, we use this to synchronize the temperatures of my AC. Let's see, I have 2 DLP in the same room, and these 2 DLP are controlling the same machine. So what I have to do, I just synchronize these 2 temperatures to give me the average temperature in the rooms, because of course if you keep the 2 DLP inside the room and it's too far, of course there is a 2 or 3 degrees inside the room, it will be a difference based on the flow, the supply and returns and all that stuff. So the rooms always having some +2 or +3 temperatures. So the DLP, it has options to synchronize between 2 DLP to give you the right temperatures in between, the average. So all your DLP will go through the average. will work as an average. We have second things here, it's called the IR, infrared control. If you have a split decorative unit with the remote control, you still can read those codes using the infrared learners. When you read all the codes of this remote control, we will show you in the other videos of infrared emitters, you can just press on off command and give the numbers of that IR. Let's see 1 and whatever the IR emitters numbers, device ID, example 80, number 80, and we select the universal switch we want to tag, like universal switch number 1, and you say on. So now this DLP will work through infrared, not through the module, not the HVAC modules. If you have infrared options, as well as you can control through this infrared controllers. So before we have to go and read the IR emitters, and we can apply it here based on universal switch. You have the set point and everything's over here. Whatever options you select from here, you have to give the universal switch of that IR emitters we fix in the HVAC modules. I can show you the IR emitter, how it look like. We have some IR infrared signal emitters here. This is why we call it IR emitters. Very simply, I just brief. You can see it in the other videos how we configure this IR emitters. Whatever we read from the IR learner, it will be shown here as a database. So we just have to throw it here. You can see the universal switch over here. Whatever, like Office, Samsung, on and off. This means on and off for the Samsung TV. So universal switch number 1. So anytime you press, it sends this command as universal switch. We call it universal switch. We'll go back to the DLP. We have, if we go back to the DLP, air conditioning. The air conditioning page, if you are using the IR, it's completely be changed. You can still set up your graphic of that page as a default, or you still can also do a setup. You can load the page here, whatever icons you want to use here, and select what is the function you want to send. Auto, so you can select some pictures of auto, so you still can upload a photo or pictures. By double click, you can pull any photos or pictures on the same size and black and white colors. As well as the slave pictures you can configure. You can see here, clear the photo, send the photo to the DLP. And that's it. We will talk about the infrared emitters and infrared options in the other videos.